My sister-in-law Sophia Wilson was the golden child of the Wilson family. When she suffered kidney failure, my husband Michael didn't hesitate to give her our biological daughter Emma's kidney. "People can live with one kidney," he said. Later, when my daughter developed kidney failure too, no one would save her. The Wilsons wouldn't even pay for her medication. She jumped. I lost my mind. Michael started sleeping with Sophia's best friend Lily. During their family dinner, I put half a pound of arsenic in the food. When I opened my eyes again, I'd returned to the day before Emma's kidney donation. Michael had strangled me in my previous life, smashing my head against the wall until blood splattered across his hate-twisted face. "You fucking crazy bitch. Emily," he'd screamed as I laughed through bloody coughs. "Emma's dead. We all deserve this." The pain had been excruciatingly sweet. Sophia, Michael's mistress, his mother, all dead. Michael's fate was sealed. 4 lives for one? Fair trade. Now staring at my unfamiliar yet familiar reflection in the bathroom mirror, I checked my phone through tears. April 11th, 2023. Tomorrow they'd trick Emma into the hospital. I booked the last flight out in 2 hours, no time for luggage. Just IDs and my phone. Promotions meant nothing compared to my daughter's life. As the plane took off, I whispered, "Wait for me, Emma," and began plotting. Landing on Monday morning, I rushed to Emma's school only to learn Michael had already withdrawn her. My hands shook calling my best friend Lily. "Check Bowen Hospital's registry rooms for Emma and Sophia now." The empty house confirmed my worst fears. I took every document, credit card, and piece of jewelry, including the gold meant for Sophia and my mother-in-law. They didn't deserve my gifts. Lily called as I sat trembling in my car. "Room 413. Emma's safe for now. I'm en route." Flooring the accelerator, I gripped the steering wheel. This time, I'd burn their world down properly. "Thanks, Lily. I'll be there in half an hour." When I arrived at the hospital, my best friend was waiting at the entrance. She hugged me briefly before grabbing my hand and sprinting to room 413. "Emma, Daddy bought you this new iPad with over 50 games. You can play with it tomorrow after your surgery." "Daddy, won't it hurt? Does giving Aunt Sophia my kidney make me a good girl?" Rage boiled in my veins. This was how Michael planned to trick our daughter into surrendering her kidney to his sister. What kind of father would do this? Even animals showed more compassion. I kicked the door open. Michael's face darkened instantly. "Weren't you supposed to be on a business trip?" he hissed. My palm cracked across his cheek with a resounding slap. The sharp sound left him stunned. Our daughter stood trembling in the doorway with my friend. "Who authorized this kidney transplant?" I demanded coldly. He rubbed his cheek. "I'm her father. I gave her life." "What's one kidney?" Memories flooded back, our daughter's deteriorating health in our previous life. His refusal to pay medical bills. His cruel words, "Why can others survive with one kidney? Are you some delicate princess?" I'd fought, begged, exhausted myself fundraising while they blamed Emma for burdening the family. That money should have gone to Sophia's recovery, they'd whispered. When I'd returned empty-handed, my baby had jumped from the 28th floor. Her suicide note still haunted me. "Dear Mommy, I love you. I'm sorry for giving Aunt Sophia my kidney. Daddy doesn't love us. Please leave him. I'm dragging you down. I deserve to die. Be happy. Mommy. I don't want to be Daddy's daughter anymore." Sending him to prison wasn't enough. Last time, I'd gone mad. They'd all died. That same icy fury surged through me now. I kicked him viciously between the legs and yanked his hair, pummeling his face. "Ack. Doctor. Help. Emily. You crazy bitch. I'll call the police. You'll rot in jail." Jail? My lips curled. Emma was only 13. They'd falsified documents and bribed officials for this illegal transplant. Let the police come. Last life. I'd focused on saving Emma. Now she stood unharmed. All I needed was to destroy them. I kicked again, relishing his scream. This monster didn't deserve to father anyone. She has no father. I spat. Her father's dead. The whole Wilson family should burn. A shrill voice interrupted. Emily. What are you doing? My mother-in-law barged in with Sophia. Perfect. Saved me the trouble of hunting them down. I smiled sweetly. Can't you see? I'm beating scum. Her face purpled with rage. As she raised her hand to strike me, I stomped on Michael's groin. Hit me, and I'll crush his precious family jewels. Her hand trembled. You venomous whore. I'll have you sold to the red light district. I laughed, delivering another kick. Michael's moans faded to whimpers. The sins of the mother are paid by the child? Well said. Keep going. Old woman. Ah. That hurts. Mom. Pull her away. She's gone mad. I burst into laughter. Exactly. I'm insane. No consequences for killing anyone. Mrs. Wilson trembled, backing away until she pressed against Sophia. I'm your elder. How dare you strike me? You'll pay for this. Pay for this? I kicked Michael again. Watch your tongue or I'll beat him to death. The room fell silent. Truly. The weak fear the strong. The strong fear the ruthless. And the ruthless fear the truly unhinged. Sophia forced a smile. Emily. Let's calm down and talk this through. We're family. There's nothing we can't resolve. I turned icy eyes on her. Nothing to discuss. Emma's kidney stays where it is. The smile vanished from Sophia's lips as she nudged Mrs. Wilson. I signaled Lily to take Emma away. These Wilsons would stoop to anything for Sophia's sake. They'd already frightened Emma earlier. But my mind kept replaying memories from my past life I couldn't hold back. Emma shook her head fiercely, refusing to leave. She worried about me, and still cared about Michael. The Wilsons hadn't shown their true colors yet in her eyes. A burly man appeared behind Lily. His presence reassuring. Let the girl stay. Sometimes growing up requires witnessing harsh truths. Mrs. Wilson beamed at Emma. Don't worry, sweetheart. We've already scheduled the transplant for tomorrow. Our precious granddaughter knows how much her aunt loves her. She'd never let Sophia suffer when she can help. My foot connected with Michael's ribs before the last word faded. The man gasped soundlessly, his labored breathing the only proof of life. Sophia's composure cracked as she whispered, Please stop hurting Michael. This is all my fault. Why did I have to get sick? If refusing the transplant makes you happy, I'll accept death. I snorted. No wonder everyone spoiled her, such masterful acting. Reborn. Yet I still struggled to contain bitter laughter. Clearing my throat. I warned behave. And he lives. But you're right, you ruined this family. Find another kidney source. Sophia dissolved into theatrical tears. Mrs. Wilson cooing comfort while even semi-conscious Michael managed to glare. My poor baby. The old woman crooned. If I can't secure my own granddaughter's kidney, I don't deserve to live. Then die. I retorted. Michael rasped hatred, You selfish witch. Worst mistake of my life was marrying you. Approve the transplant or I'll have you jailed. Once you're gone. Emma obeys me anyway. People survive fine with one kidney, why the fuss? I crossed my arms. Frost in my gaze. How had I ever trusted this man? Young and foolish. Blinded by their picture-perfect family act. Sophia had been 12 then, Mrs. Wilson's miracle child with laughing eyes. The family's golden princess. Their dinner table echoed with shared jokes and playful teasing. An orphan's dream. Emily. Mrs. Wilson had said. We're loud but kind. Hope you don't mind. I'd embraced their chaos. Helped raise Sophia. Everything seemed perfect until Emma's birth. Their indifference toward my daughter stung. My child wore Sophia's hand-me-downs. Stayed quiet and unnoticed while the Wilsons kept doting on their precious girl. I worked dawn to dusk. Determined to give Emma better. It wasn't until later that I discovered they'd been brainwashing Emma since childhood. All the nice things I worked hard to buy ended up with Sophia. By age 2, Emma became Sophia's personal servant. Doing chores for her. When I found out, I immediately enrolled Emma in boarding school to help rebuild her perspectives on life. This decision infuriated Sophia, who started claiming I'd caused her health issues. I couldn't care less. One more promotion at work, and I could take Emma away from this toxic Wilson family. Last time, when I returned home with my operations director offer letter, I found Emma pale in bed. She whispered, "Mommy, I'm being good. You won't abandon me, right?" The memory made my blood boil. Seeing Michael's face now, I couldn't stop myself, my palm connected with his cheek, sending him sprawling. "We're getting divorced tomorrow." I spat. "Back out and you're a coward. I've already called the police. Let's discuss why a 13-year-old was scheduled for kidney removal." My voice turned icy. "Since you think kidneys are disposable, why not donate one yourself? I'll feed it to stray dogs." Sophia emerged from her mother's arms, tears glistening. "Emily, we can't break up the family. Let's solve this privately. Save the act." I interrupted. "The police are already here." Officers arrived as predicted. Michael immediately pointed at me. "I want to press charges for assault. This woman tried to kill her husband." I almost laughed. This walking trash still had the nerve to stand? Should have stomped harder with my stilettos. "Next time." The mother-in-law wailed theatrically on the floor. "Arrest her. I'll die right here if justice isn't served." Sophia dabbed her eyes. "It's just marital squabbles. Officers. We'll handle it." "Bullshit." I raised my phone. "They falsified medical records to harvest a minor's organ. I'm filing intentional assault charges." The room froze. "Lies." The mother-in-law shrieked. "We'd never hurt our own flesh and blood." Michael forced a smile. Emma volunteered. "We're her family." "Funny." I tapped my phone. "Because I have audio proof." Sophia conveniently fainted as the recording played. Her mother and brother panicked, bad acting all around. My money's on this being 90% theatrics. She was lucky to be at the hospital already. Otherwise she wouldn't have gotten off easy regardless. The nurse immediately rushed her into the emergency room. When the remaining two tried to follow, I blocked their path. "One of you needs to go to the police station right now and explain this kidney swap scheme." I knew they might avoid jail time since the transplant hadn't happened yet. But we needed that police record, crucial evidence for future custody battles. That corrupt doctor wouldn't escape justice either. If he falsified Emma's medical records, how many other victims were there? Mother Wilson started pounding her chest dramatically. "Emily, have you no decency? Sophia's fighting for her life and you're making trouble." I smirked. "Why should I play nice with these monsters? Whether she lives or dies means nothing to me. You wanted to involve the police, can't handle the consequences? Today you'll answer for what you did to Emma and sign a binding agreement to never touch her kidneys again." Before I finished speaking, Michael and his mother lunged at me. 2 officers intercepted them just in time. At the precinct, Michael kept whining about his injuries. "It's swollen and red. This is serious assault." I coolly retorted. "If it's not classified as severe, does that mean I get another free shot?" He instantly shut up. When my best friend arrived with Emma and a broad-shouldered man, she introduced. "This is John, attorney and private investigator." I gave her an approving nod. John suggested we reconstruct the timeline. As I laid out the entire scheme, Emma's eyes widened in horror. Clutching my daughter's hand, I finally felt grounded in reality. This second chance was real. "Your kidney's non-negotiable. Sweetheart. Losing one causes organ strain and could lead to the same failure Sophia has." The medical report later confirmed minor injuries. Michael demanded a re-examination. But John produced surveillance footage, Emma's falsified hospital records, and incriminating text messages. In the interrogation room, Michael turned on his accomplice David faster than a rat abandoning ship. It was all David's idea. He works at Bowie Hospital. The officer's eyes lit up at the easy conviction. David never stood a chance. Michael had even prepared chat logs to shift blame. Ultimately, The hospital faced serious charges while Michael only got a 15-day detention and permanent criminal record. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I guess my sister-in-law taught Michael that. As for his injuries, they were dismissed as marital friction. The officer just scolded me a bit and called it mediation done. I felt frustrated, wishing I'd hit harder. Holding the stamped report, I said calmly, "See you at the Civic Center after your release. Emma stays with me. Plus $200,000. Never. Not unless she gives Sophia a kidney," Michael retorted. Neck stiff. "Did you forget what the officer said? Minors can't donate organs." He snorted. "Refusing divorce. Predictable. Then we'll meet in court." I led Emma away, her hesitant words unspoken. In the car, Emma finally whispered, "Mom, I could give her a kidney. I don't want you fighting because of me." I stroked her hair gently. "Listen, Emma. Never donate organs. It ruins your health. You die. I die. Got it?" Sigh. "I've raised her too kind. Need tougher lessons." My friend Lily coughed, snapping me back. "John. Could you help us move? 2 girls are easy targets." John nodded earnestly. "She's dangerous, all right." I laughed, pulling pepper spray from the glove compartment. "Forgot this earlier." Otherwise, John rubbed his neck. "I'm strong. Good at moving." The car erupted in laughter, Lily's cackles loudest. We cleared our belongings in 3 hours from the empty house. Staying at Lily's now. Across from muscular John, reassuring. John enrolled Emma in his nephew's class. The 14-year-old boy blushed crimson. "Aunt Emily. I'll protect Emma. Trained with Grandpa since 5. No wonder John's built like that." First time seeing a jacked lawyer, comforting. I entrusted John with both divorce proceedings and digging up Michael's affair evidence. "Lily. Who'd sneered in my past life, you clueless hag. We've been together 3 years. Back then, work and Emma consumed me. Now, payback's coming." A week later, my mother-in-law brought Sophia to my office. Threatening me? Sophia swayed like a dying willow. "Sis. Come home. We're family. Spare me. Lily's your real sister-in-law now. Need a kidney? Ask her friends." Sophia paled further. "You misunderstand, Michael loves you. You're my only sis." My mother-in-law snapped, "Sophia's too soft. Worrying you'll freeze. Ungrateful wretch." Her shrill voice drew curious co-workers. I smiled sweetly. I'd rather starve than return. Divorce is happening. Emma's mine. Shame Michael only got minor injuries last time. Wonder how you two handle pain? Crazy people don't face consequences. You know. Karma's coming for evildoers. Maybe heaven wants repayment? My mother-in-law lunged to slap me. I sidestepped gracefully. Crash, her bony frame hit floor tiles. "Help. Daughter-in-law beats elders." She wailed. Sophia murmured tearfully, "Divorce or not, Emma's still a Wilson. When you said, have her come back to keep me company. Only when I see her can I eat properly. I promise I won't take her kidney." I immediately knew their target was Emma, or more accurately, her kidney. This place was dangerous. But how could I leave when they were still alive? Time to speed things up. Perfect timing since Sophia had been bored since her hospital discharge. I glanced at her and deadpanned. I don't buy it. A leopard can't change its spots. After having security escort them out, I took leave to visit the red light district. I found Sophia a charming hottie with specific requirements, diseased, terminally ill. Seeing his medical reports and ID, I gave him a shot. Hired him to pose as a wealthy, attentive sugar baby, $500 daily rate plus $5,000 bonus per hookup. I'd specifically chosen his looks to match Sophia's taste, ensuring she couldn't resist. On my way out, I remembered Sophia's best friend. Why let good opportunities go to waste? After much consideration, I decided the same guy could handle double bookings. Besties should share. Right? The guy grinned ear to ear, swearing he'd nail both assignments. 5 days later, He sent me compromising photos. I hadn't expected him to bed both women this fast. Transferred his payment instantly and offered bonuses for repeat performances, money well spent. The day after Michael got released from jail, they showed up at my office again. Security blocked them, but their persistence forced me to meet at a nearby cafe to avoid PR issues. Michael looked gaunt. Aged a decade overnight. Those 2 weeks must have been rough. Excellent. Attorney John never disappoints. He sighed dramatically. Emily, I've reflected every day in there. I'll treat you and Emma right from now on. Come home. I sipped my latte. Smirking. Sophia sat flushed, giggling like a schoolgirl. Sis-in-law. My new boyfriend's family can secure a kidney donor. You should bring Emma home. I've watched her grow up. You know I care. I studied the siblings over my coffee cup. Frankly, you've got Lily. You've got new flings, why keep harassing us? Can't we all mind our own business? Their awkward silence spoke volumes. Fox offering New Year greetings to a chicken, I wasn't buying any of it. Michael chugged his iced Americano. She's just a fling. You and Emma are my only family. Dump her today if you say the word. Disgusting. My ramen from last night threatened to make a comeback. Turning to Sophia. I feigned concern, you're in renal failure but still scoring boyfriends? Hold on to that, keeper. She nodded dreamily. Good to see them bonding. I stood to leave, dropping my final line, Michael. The People's Court accepted my petition. Don't contact me again, you make me sick. Next time I see you, I'm calling cops. Back at the office, I terminated the gigolo's contract with a fat bonus. Using a burner phone, I sent Sophia those incriminating shots of Lily cozying up with our hired hottie. Her messages exploded within seconds. Who is this? Photoshop much? Ex of my Aaron? Back off, we're in love. Where are you? Let's meet. Lily would never. Fake news. Are you Lily? You bitch? How dare you steal my man? Tell me what's going on right now. If you don't answer, I'm calling the police. How dramatic. Nothing like watching two snakes eat each other's tails. I selected more revealing photos to send before flushing the SIM card down the toilet. When my phone rang at midnight, I answered half asleep to hear Michael's voice. Emily. Sophia collapsed after going out. The doctors say it's serious this time. Could you bring Emma to visit her? As if. They'll never lay eyes on Emma again. I replied calmly. We're not doctors. Staring at her won't help. Maybe figure out what she did during her outing and address the root cause. Michael kept agreeing. Here's hoping he enjoys the surprise I prepared. He kept pestering us to visit later. So I hung up. Ungrateful bastard. Next morning, John texted, Michael got arrested again for breaking 2 of Lily's ribs, tearing out chunks of her hair, and carving slut on her face. Look at him losing it over some side chick cheating, after he'd been cuckolding me for years. Should I have him drawn and quartered? John assured me we could proceed with divorce by default judgment even if Michael's incarcerated. Last time he got arrested, he ratted out David completely during interrogation. Now David's suspended and hunting him down. Just doing my civic duty, passing along information. When John sent Lily's hospital address, I grabbed the photos and raced over with my best friend. We hadn't seen each other since my return. This reunion should be special. Her muffled sobs greeted us outside the door. Pushing it open, I found Lily sitting tear-stained on the bed. Scalp smeared with antiseptic. Face hidden under palm-sized gauze. Such perfect branding, why cover it? Michael did this himself? I smiled. After all your years together, you'd think he'd show some mercy to his loyal companion. Can't imagine why he'd mark such a pretty girl with slut. Though I suppose stealing Sophia's man does warrant some consequences. Lily's face cycled through shades of rage before she snapped. Was pursuing love a crime? How was I supposed to know that pathetic invalid liked Aaron too? Once I recover, Aaron and I will fly to France together. That bitch isn't fit to shine his shoes. We're getting married when he returns. Michael's not even a real man, I had to force myself on him last time. Divorce him already unless you want to die a virgin. Impressive mental gymnastics. My photos felt redundant against this level of shamelessness. I hope you, Michael, and your precious Aaron stay together forever. I turned to leave when my friend Rachel shook free and slapped Lily hard. Disgusting homewrecker. You're why women get called gold diggers. Keep spreading legs for taken men and you'll die choking on dick. I beamed at Rachel. Don't stop on my account. Lily started crying, maybe her wounds hurt? We only stayed 5 minutes. With Rachel dominating the conversation. Driving home. A colleague sent video of Mrs. Wilson kneeling outside my office. Crowd gathering as she wailed, "Make Emily save Sophia. I'll stay here until she agrees." My grip tightened on the wheel. That wicked hag. Everything I did to protect Emma felt insufficient. Last time. It only took a week to dismantle them all. Turning toward the office. I called police and asked John's nephew to ensure Emma didn't leave school. We arrived with the cops simultaneously. My mother-in-law only had eyes for me as she sobbed. "Emily. Please save her. You're the only one who can save Sophia. She's only 27, in the prime of her life. How can you let her die? As if I wouldn't want her dead. I pray daily for her demise." Hearing about her impending death made me want to sing celebration for her. I asked coldly. "How exactly?" "I'm not a doctor." She scrambled to clutch my legs. "Emma can save her. Please give Emma back to me. Sophia's my flesh and blood. I'll be your slave if you just agree to the kidney transplant." My chest tightened. They'd never abandoned this sick plan. Michael's biological daughter, her own granddaughter, how could she be this cruel? 13-year-olds can't donate kidneys. This is criminal, no hospital would do it. She whispered. "We found a private clinic. Just bring Emma. We'll handle the rest." I turned to the officers. "My daughter's 13. First it was Bowie Hospital. Now this back alley clinic. They keep trying to carve out her kidney. Breaking every law. Now she's terrified to leave home. Arrest them all." My mother-in-law finally noticed the police. Rubbing her eyes. She shrieked. "Emily. We're family. I'm begging on my knees. My Sophia can't die. I'll crash my skull on your company's steps if she does. Ah yes, her daughter matters. While mine's just spare parts." I stared her down. "I quit my job to spare the company your antics. If you die here, I'll generously send you off with hell banknotes." She lunged at me. "Deranged. If my daughter dies, yours dies too. Let's all perish together." My pulse quickened. One more step and I could kick her ribs, self-defense. No consequences. Damn the officers stopping me. So close. As they pinned her down. She wailed. "I just want to save my child. You heartless monsters." They hauled her to the station to join her son. Now my dear sister-in-law lies alone at People's Hospital. How lonely she must be. My best friend Lily and I went to visit. We heard the commotion before entering her room. Sophia's face flushed abnormally. Hair thinning. Seeing me. Hope flickered in her eyes. "Sis. Lend me your phone. Why isn't David answering? Did that bitch Lily steal him? Go beat her up. Once she's dead, he'll return to you. He promised me a grand wedding. He'll find me a kidney and I'll bear his son." The delusion was almost impressive. I calmly took out my phone and played back the insults Lily had hurled at Sophia. Sophia turned crimson, breathing like a cornered bull. "I never loved Michael," I said coolly. "If you've got the strength, why don't you go finish her off yourself?" Watching her eyes roll back in rage felt oddly satisfying. "Almost forgot, your dear mother got arrested at my office earlier." Sophia threw an orange at me. I caught it effortlessly. "How thoughtful of you. Sis. Get out," she screamed. Instead, I sat down with my best friend and methodically ate all her fruit before leaving. The news reported Sophia's death weeks later. She'd confronted Lily with a kitchen knife, only to become chopped meat flushed down drains. When Michael got released from detention, he searched frantically before filing a missing persons report. With only 2 suspects, it wasn't hard to figure out. Lily's untreated wounds festered until an HIV diagnosis landed her in quarantine. Michael went berserk. He'd recently slept with her. On his way to get tested, David ambushed him. That same doctor Michael had ruined years ago. Now a social pariah. Cops arrested David. But not before Michael got hacked half to death. Bedridden with AIDS. His rotting flesh crawled with maggots. The Wilson matriarch emerged from jail to find her daughter dead and son decomposing alive. She came looking for me. But I'd already transferred cities. Divorce papers finalized. I started fresh with Emma. John's nephew tagged along. Emma needs protection. He insisted. Her radiant smile sealed the deal. Later, John informed me the Wilson had caught HIV caring for Michael. Rat poison ended them both. Neighbors reported the stench weeks later. 6 months post-scandal. 23 staff from City General Hospital got imprisoned, including David, with a 25-year sentence. The chief culprit? Rampant medical fraud dating back years.